What brings joy to our mothers? What are the things that we as kids can do for our moms to thank them for all the great things they do? I think sometimes we think of things like shoes or chocolate or flowers. But I wonder if sometimes in our efforts to do so many things that we miss the point of Mother's Day. So I have 10 things that I believe are the things that our moms really want and the things that bring them joy, or what we call here gozo. Number one is give them something they actually want. You know, they asked a bunch of children, what do you think your mom wants? And a lot of them said shoes, necklaces, hugs and kisses. But my favorite one was pancakes with whipped cream on top. You know, give your mom something that she really wants. Have you ever heard of the 5 languages of love? It's very important that we as children know what exactly communicates love to our moms. The 5 languages of love are gifts, are touch, words of affirmation, time spent, and acts of service. Choose the thing that is going to communicate the most love to your mom and make sure that you take care of that. Number 2, this is a little maybe less funny, is get a job. So many times I think our moms, what they really want from us as kids is that we get into a right job and that we get off our butt and that we go and pursue our God-given purpose in life. And I know that many times we as kids have so many hang-ups, mistakes that we've made, or maybe we got into the wrong career, or maybe a business venture didn't pan out. Don't give up. The best gift that we can give our moms is to have a job, something that we can support ourselves with, maybe pay for our bills, be able to get off the couch, have a family, and get our life together. Number 3 is to get along with other people, especially our families. I know that for our moms, what they really want is for us to love our families, to get along with people. So many times, again, we have problems in the families. And sometimes, whether it's Christmas or whether it's Easter or birthdays or Thanksgiving, we don't want to go to those events because we have problems in the family. We don't see eye to eye with a brother that maybe wasn't there for us when we needed them most. Or maybe we're not getting along well with our fathers because maybe they were absent, or maybe they dealt with addictions when we were young. Learn to get along with your family and to forgive one another and to learn to resolve those difficult situations. I know it's not easy. I know a lot of these things cause real pain in our lives, but I'm convinced there's nothing more beautiful, no better gift that we can give our moms than to resolve those things and get along with one another. Number 4 is to be humble. I think our moms really want from us as kids to have a humble spirit. You know, so many times because in the world we feel like we have to be macho, or maybe as women we have to be in control, or because maybe we feel like as people, maybe as a culture, that we're not getting our due, that we sometimes become very aggressive people. And I think today in our culture, violence and aggression is prized, is admired. But truly, what we need to develop in our hearts is a spirit of humility, a spirit of peace, to be people that are okay with not always winning. And most of all, that when we do go through tough times, that we are humble enough to ask for help. Being humble doesn't mean that you are a pushover. Being humble, in fact, means that you have the courage to say, I've made some mistakes, but I'm going to get back up and pursue greatness and pursue my dreams. Number 5 is to be tender-hearted. It kind of goes with the other ones. But I think that a spirit of love and of kindness is something that our moms really want. There's nothing that brings more joy and more gozo, as we call it here, to our moms than when we are just kind people. When they see us treat our wives or our girlfriends with kindness, with respect. When we treat other women with the love they deserve. Especially when it comes to our children. When we treat them with kindness, that we don't use harsh words, that we're careful to pick the words that we use when we speak to especially our children. Our moms want us as kids to have a humble and a tender spirit, because then they will really know that they can trust us for whatever situation that we're in. whether it's to take care of our families, whether it's to have a good job, whether it's to have a great family, or even to take care of themselves. That because we have a tender spirit, that we will truly be there for her when she needs us. That we won't say, no, I don't have time. No, I'm too busy. No, my life is a mess. But that because our hearts are tender, that we will run to those in need. Number 6 is very similar, is to love our family. You know, kind of very similar to the previous one. I think the value of being one with our families is huge for our moms. There's nothing more beautiful for a mom than to see all of her kids together, than to see them enjoying a meal together, than to get together for Mother's Day and to have maybe a celebration, even if it's simple, even if it's not expensive, even if and especially if it's from the heart and if it's genuine. There's nothing more beautiful than to do that with all the kids gathering. How many times have you maybe heard as a daughter or as a son that all our moms want is to be with her kids? Make that dream happen. Call your brother, call your sister, call the nephew that maybe is far. Maybe get someone on the phone on Mother's Day. Skype him in. Do whatever it takes to make your mom feel like the family is together once again. Number 8 kind of goes with the whole job thing. Make a good impression at work. I think our moms, really want us to have just good character, especially at work. Whatever our professional endeavor is, our moms want that we make. Our moms want for us to make a good impression with our bosses, with our coworkers, with the people that we go to school with our professors, with our teachers. Maybe if you're someone who's maybe just even in high school or in middle school, our moms want that we have a good relationship with our teachers. I know many times that's hard, or we ignore those people in authority, but our moms really want that we would respect authority, that we would respect the police officers, that we would respect our leaders, that we would have a good relationship with people at work, that maybe one day we would get a promotion because of our work ethic, because of our good character, because of our good morals, because we're people that are honest and on time and pay our bills and we do what's right at the right time. A couple more things. Number 9, this is a very funny one, but our moms just want us to say thank you and you're welcome, or please and thank you, just to have good manners. How many times, do we just lose some of our manners in this day and age? Because again, we feel like traffic is horrible, or people are mean, or our neighbor's dog is a mess. So our manners just go out the window. How many times have we heard our moms say to us, please, say please and say thank you? It is such a simple and yet powerful thing to say thank you. When someone does something kind, when someone brings you a cup of water, when someone sends you an email and gives you all of the answers that you were looking for, just say thank you, say please. That goes a long way with our moms. And then lastly, and I believe this is the most important thing, this is the number one thing that I'm convinced that moms desire the most, that brings them the most joy. Maybe you can guess what it is, and that is to turn to God. Is there anything that moms pray for the most than for our spiritual lives? I don't believe there's anything more important to our moms that we as their kids, that we as their sons and daughters would make God first, that we would prioritize Him. Because when we do so, then our lives go better. We have all those other 9 traits of humility and of unity and of good characteristics and of a kind spirit. When we put God first in our lives, we are telling our moms that we know that no one can really change us except God. That we know that we can't fix things on our own, that we need God to really be the one to give us joy, to give us that good character. And from there, I know our moms are convinced that so many good things will happen at work, with our children, with finding a mate, a husband or a wife, with having a good household, with doing all the things that our moms want for us. So I want to give you some practical steps. How can you bring your mom joy this week? Number 1 is, again, just go to Target and get her something she loves. You don't have to spend $150,000. go and do what you can, but go to the store, go to your favorite place, whether it's online, you better hurry if it's online. Do something that she loves, but make sure that you do it. It could be flowers, it could be a gift from Target, it could be something special, it could be just the fact that she doesn't do a thing on that day, and that you make sure that the kids and that the kitchen and everything, the food is all ready. Number 2 is maybe apply for a new job. Maybe that's the practical step that you can take. Just go out there and get online, get back on your feet. Now that we're into May and the summer months are coming, maybe this is the season for you to get that job. Maybe it's that time for you to actually maybe pursue your dream of starting your own business and actually fulfilling all of the things you talk about. That is an awesome goal that you can make for yourself and that you can do for your mom, and maybe tell her the fact that you're doing something about all of your dreams. And then lastly, go to church with your mom on Sunday. My guess is that she is going to church. She's going to be wanting to go and worship her God and celebrate with her friends. And of course, she wants nothing more than to have you seated next to her. How awesome. Don't worry about what to wear. Go to Ross, get a tie, get a nice dress, do your hair, do your makeup, do the basics. You don't have to bring a Bible. You don't have to give a lot of money. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to know what people are going to say. Just say thank you. Just say I'm glad to be here. You don't do it because you're holy or because you're perfect. Do it because your mom wants to see you in church. Give her that best gift of being a man or a woman, a son or a daughter who truly loves and brings joy to your mom. This will bring you years and years of blessing. That's what the Bible tells us, that when we honor our mothers, that we will truly have a blessed and a long-lasting life. And this is what brings us joy. This is Gozo. Hey, this is Trig. Did you like this episode? There are 3 things that you can do to make sure that you stay on track with Gozo living and with this message of joy. First, subscribe to this channel. Subscribe so that you can every week get a notification so that you know when these videos are ready for you to enjoy. Second, go to my website and sign up for the free article that I wrote for Leadership Journal called High Anxiety, How Anxiety No Longer Defines Me. And then third, also on my website, sign up to get my free newsletter that comes out every week that has funny jokes to give us joy, that has some of the content on conferences and articles that I'm writing that are not in this channel. You can click on the subscribe button right here on this video. Go to my website, check it out. Most of all, I am so proud of you. I am with you. I am cheering you on. I am thankful for what you're doing to live a life of joy, adventure, overcoming crisis, and discovering who you love. Thanks so much for watching. Your Gozo friend. I will see you next time.